Before becoming one of the most influential producers in music history, Teddy Riley was a young musician growing up in Harlem, New York. He wasn't just a producer. He was a keyboard player, dancer, arranger, and beat creator. By his teenage years, Riley was already working inside professional studios, learning how records were structured and how artists built their sound. One of his early mentors was legendary producer Gene Griffin, who helped Riley land early production work while he was still very young. Even before the R&B group Guy was formed, Riley was already producing records for artists like Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, Kool Moe Dee, Heavy D and the Boys. One of his most recognizable early productions was The Show, Lottie Dottie, by Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. The record blended hip-hop rhythm with musical arrangement in a way that Riley would eventually perfect. Another major early record was Go See the Doctor by Kool Moe Dee. These early productions showed that Riley was experimenting with hard hip-hop drums mixed with melody and groove. Even at a young age, Riley understood something most producers didn't. Music wasn't just about beats. It was about style, personality, energy, and movement. While many producers were focused on single songs, Riley was already thinking about entire sounds and identities. And that mindset would soon lead to one of the most important musical movements of the late 80s and early 90s, New Jack Swing. Teddy Riley's first major group creation came with the formation of Guy. The group originally formed around three main members, Aaron Hall, Teddy Riley, and Timmy Gatling. Together, they created a completely new sound. It combined hip-hop drum programming, hard R&B vocal harmonies, and funk-inspired grooves and bass lines. This hybrid sound became known as New Jack Swing. When Guy released their self-titled debut album in 1988, it immediately changed the direction of R&B. Songs like I Want Her, Piece of My Love, Groove Me became major hits and helped introduce the New Jack Swing sound to the mainstream. Not long after the first album, Timmy Gatling left the group and was replaced by Damian Hall, Aaron Hall's younger brother. This lineup, Aaron Hall, Teddy Riley, and Damian Hall, became the most recognized version of Guy. The group's success helped bring New Jack Swing into clubs, radio, and pop culture. Guy wasn't just another R&B group. They were the blueprint for an entire era of music. After tensions within Guy led to the group breaking up, Teddy Riley began exploring new creative directions. One of those directions became the hip-hop group Rmx'D. The group originally formed in the late 80s and included Aquill Davidson, Markel Riley, and Brandon Mitchell. Teddy Riley handled much of the production and musical direction, bringing his New Jack Swing sound into hip-hop. Their biggest hit came in 1992 with Rump Shaker. This record became a massive radio and club hit and helped cement Riley's reputation as a producer who could dominate both R&B and hip-hop. During this period, Riley relocated to Virginia Beach, Virginia. That move ended up having a huge impact on music. Young musicians in the area began gravitating toward Riley's studio and production environment. Among those young creatives were future super producers, Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo, who would later form the Neptunes. Pharrell has spoken about how watching Teddy Riley work helped inspire his own production career. So Riley's move to Virginia didn't just influence one group. It helped inspire an entire generation of producers. After working with several different projects, Teddy Riley once again returned to what he did best, building another R&B group. This time, the group was called Blackstreet. The original lineup included Teddy Riley, Chauncey Black Hannibal, Levi Little, and Joseph Stonestreet. The group's name actually came from Joseph's last name, combined with Riley's street-influenced musical style. However, Blackstreet would go through multiple lineup changes over time, with different members joining and leaving the group. One important early Blackstreet record was the song Joy. Interestingly, this song was originally written and intended for Michael Jackson, but the song ultimately became a signature Blackstreet record and helped establish the group's sound. Later, Blackstreet would go on to release one of the biggest R&B songs in the 1990s, No Diggity. The song became a global hit and won a Grammy Award, proving once again that Teddy Riley had successfully reinvented his musical formula. By the time 90s were in full swing, Teddy Riley had given us the New Jack Swing, helping define multiple eras of music through Guy, Rmx'D, Blackstreet, and production for other artists. He proved that the same creative mind could reshape the sound of R&B again and again. And that's exactly why Teddy Riley isn't just remembered as a producer. He's remembered as an architect of modern R&B. My question to you would be, what was your favorite group? This is Remixed.